So be ready for those tests. And the tests are not failures. If you fail, just get back in the saddle and try again. This is a universe of a million mistakes, a million chances. And if you don't get it right, just try again. Learn. Don't feel guilty. Don't beat yourself up. All this, it's a waste of energy. What guilt is for is to show you that you have something to learn here. And then you do it. That's just a signpost on your spiritual path. And then you do it different next time. You guys have what it takes. You're the teachers, the healers, and the leaders of this world. It doesn't mean you have to write a book and be as big as Deepak Chopra and make a difference. It just means you have to do your part. I'm writing a book right now called Choose Yourself, The Power of One to Change the World. Because a lot of us think, oh, well, I'm just like one little person, and I don't have a whole lot of money, I don't have power over governments, and I don't have like a big thing to express this helping the world thing with, right? What we're missing is that we have to start small. It is to touch the people around us, the communities that we're in, the people who we can touch, our families, our friends, our community. And to have the actions of a person that really wants to change this world, wants to do right by this world, learns how to walk without a harmful footprint. For instance, if you don't recycle, maybe you should do. Turn the water off when you're brushing your teeth, maybe you should. If you don't pee in the toilet, maybe a couple times before you flush it, maybe you should. Think like a person who is changing the world with every action you take. Where you spend your money. It's like your vote for the businesses that are going to be successful. Research those companies. See how they're changing the world. See if they're doing things that are good. See if they're trying to contribute to good causes. And support them. You have to choose. Now, we are in a situation where a lot of stuff is coming from China or other countries where the labor is being exploited and it's not fair. Some things we can't avoid. I remember Ralph Nader once was saying he tried to buy a telephone that was made in America or wasn't made in China or something, and he couldn't actually find one. This was like 20 years ago. So some things you're not going to be able to avoid because we're in Rome. Sometimes you have to act like, operate like a Roman in order to get things done. Like, for instance, I have to have a corporation in order to be able to do this. It's not corporations that are evil, it's how you use your corporation. So, my corporation can actually be used for something good. Even though I have to buy a telephone that might be made by slave labor in China, I try to take care of it so I don't have to buy another one. It helps me do things that change the world. So sometimes you can't avoid having to contribute to something that you don't really want to contribute to. But wherever you can. And look for all your secret assignments. You are 007s of love. Really, you are secret agents. You guys want to be a secret agent? Everybody want to do the mission impossible? Change the world? Sounds like an impossible mission, huh? This awakening is going through humanity like a wildfire. Like wildfire. If you could see it on the inner planes. For instance, like when we first opened up University of Metaphysical Sciences about 17 years ago, however long it was. We only got the students who were your typical New Agey types. The kinds who were like really into flowers and good thoughts and people who were your typical New Age. Now, we've got Wall Street guys, we've got lawyers, we've got doctors, we've got cowboys, we've got hoodies. We've got all kinds of people on a spiritual path now. And maybe they haven't quite discovered the cosmic joke that the end of the path is actually that it was there all the time right under your nose. Maybe they haven't got that yet, but they're on the path. Humanity is on the path in a big way. And everyone's hiding. Everyone's hiding. All these awakening people are hiding. How many of you told your boss where you're going? 1, 2, 3. Out of what, 30? 40? How many people didn't tell your family where you're going? When the time comes, when there's this time for the mass awakening to happen, everybody's going to come out of the woodwork. It's going to be like, wow, all these people have been on spiritual paths all around me and I didn't even know it. Maybe somebody at your work right next to you is right there. Right next to you.
I'm making more noise to quiet.
Maybe we should tell people not to use these stairs in the future.
They'll be quiet. I threatened.
Yeah, they're a little noisy. But when the cat's away, the mice will play. Let's see what I'm saying.
The guy next to you on a journey.
Oh yeah. Maybe the guy working right next to you is right there on the journey with you. Maybe the guy right next to you is actually a Hare Krishna and you don't even know it because he's hiding too. Yeah, maybe the person next to you is like a yoga teacher and you don't even know it because they just look like a regular guy or a regular girl. It's right there. And when you talk with people, when you speak with people, speak as if it's God speaking with God. Make it deeper than just the conversation. The words are for the mental body, but there can be a transmission. In a way, you kind of hold them with your angel arms, or your angel wings, kind of wrap them around the person while you're speaking with them. And you might see that the conversation takes a higher path, takes a higher road, has a higher vibration. And you don't have to be blatant about what you're doing, but really be present as divine being. Make everything you do a divine act. Everything a divine act. As if it's God washing the dishes. It's an angel fixing the bed. And you're really there when it's God cleaning the kitty litter box. And relax, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. It really isn't. It's actually easier than what you're doing now. It's actually easier, much more relaxed. Just be eternal consciousness aware in the doing. So don't be so anxious about the goals that you have, or these plans that you have, these careers and everything. Take your time, take it easy. There's no rush. Even if you're older, there's no rush. Doing your spiritual homework is the shortcut. Doing your spiritual homework is how to make it happen faster. Because if you're not doing your spiritual homework, it won't matter, because you're not able to create what you're trying to create until you are still like a rock in a stormy sea. And just when you think you got it, you think you're going to be able to do this or that, and you've awakened enough, the universe is going to go, oh yeah, let's see about that. And the test comes. Then a really annoying person is going to come along and test your patience. Or a really tough situation is going to come and see if you can handle that and be still while you're in that space. So be ready for those tests. And the tests are not failures. If you fail, just get back in the saddle and try again. This is a universe of a million mistakes, a million chances. And if you don't get it right, yeah, just try again. Learn. Don't feel guilty. Don't beat yourself up. All this, yeah, it's a waste of energy. What guilt is for is to show you that you have something to learn here. And then you don't. That's just a signpost on your spiritual path. And then you do it different next time. And then you don't have to be immobilized by the fact that you made a mistake in that moment. It's okay. You're supposed to. And when you know how to do it wrong, you automatically know how to do it right. That's the good thing. You don't have to do it right before you know how to do it right. When you know how to do it wrong, you already know how to do it right. Then at that point, you're just tuning up the fine touches. At that point, if it keeps happening and you're continuing to work on this or that. So we're about fine tuning then.